Good morning, students. So, today we are discussing on the topic arrays in C++. So, our subject object-oriented design programming is using the language C++. Yes. So, we have studied arrays in C already. So, same standard function libraries and standard libraries we are going to use, but we are going to use it with the help of C++ standard libraries. So we are going to see what are the main objectives of array, what is array and what are the main objectives of array. Okay, so what is array generally? Array is nothing but a data structure. Okay, so it has fixed size collection of data items. So array is a nothing but a data structure. It has a fixed size where you can put the data items with this fixed size. So this is nothing but the array. So we are going to study what are the main objectives of this array. So how we are going to use this array in your C++. So generally array can be used to store, sort, search, search a list of elements, or you can also use it to table a value. You can also use it, put your data values in the table format. So these are the main uses of array. So here we are going to study today how to declare the array or initialize the array, or you have to just refer an element in the array also. So how you are going to refer a particular element, data element in the array. So generally array is a range based. Since we are saying the array is a fixed size, so we are using the statement also called as range based. So it has a particular range. And you can also pass this array to the functions. So when you will be able to pass the array to this functions and how to work with the multidimensional arrays. So these are the things you are going to see with the arrays. So as I said, array, what is array? Array is a contiguous group of memory location. So it is also said as consecutive group of memory location. So the memory continues. As I said, array is a fixed size of data collected elements. So and it is also continuous with this memory where you're going to store this data in your continuous memory location. So it has the memory location and its address. Okay, so when you refer a particular element or a location in the array, it specifies the name of the array along with it. Okay, for example, you can see here. Suppose there is n number of elements. If I am saying the position C is 0, it is going to specify not only the position number, but it is also going to give array name with it. So if I am saying position 1, it is going to give the array name. So till 0 to n, that is n minus 1. So all the position of your array elements are going to be denoted with the array name. So array name is very important here. As I discussed, array is a fixed size collection of data items. So these data items can grow or shrink dynamically at its execution. So this number of elements, data items can be added to another set of data elements or reduced when you are doing some calculations. Okay, so this is about the a function of the array. So next we'll also discuss about how it's going to be declared, created and initialized. Okay, so the position number is formally also called as subscript. Okay, or index value. So here subscript or index value, it is nothing but where the position lies. So here if I am giving x is equals to 3, here this is known as the index value. So you can also perform some operation with this index value. When I am saying it is 3, so you can denote the position of index value 3. That is, you can denote the position of x. X is nothing but 3. So I am giving my array name and index value 3. So and you can also perform small operations with this index value. So when I am giving the position of C 5 minus 2, it's nothing but the position of the 3. All are one and the same. So this position value, index value and subscripts also plays an important role in the array. Next is so how the array looks. So as I said, it is a fixed memory location. So it has given the fixed memory location, and these are all the data items that is stored in this fixed memory location. So coming to this, we have indicated in the square brackets all the position numbers of the elements. So here we have 0 to 11 positions in the array, and in all these positions we have the data stored here. So generally we write the position in this type of square brackets. Okay, so in this array we have 0 to 11. So this is nothing but the position number of each element within the array C. So what is C? As I said, you have to give the same name to all the elements when it comes to the array. So the entire array is going to take a same name. So this is how the simple array looks. Okay. So now we know what is array and how we are going to initialize the array. So now how you are going to declare an array. So for declaring the array, we need three important things. That is, the first one is name. The next one is type of the array. Type of the array is nothing but the data type of the array. Next, the number of elements present in the array. So first, name. So here I am taking a small example, int c of 10. So here we have all these three things for declaration. That is array name. So our array name is c. So what type of array it is? So it is an integer data type. So all the values you are going to give in the array name, that is all the 10 values. This is the number of elements. So all the 10 elements are going to follow this data type, that is the integer data type. So this is the perfect declaration of the array. So there is one more example. You can also, when I am saying float, it can also include the float values in the data type, and it here your array name is high. Okay. So when you are having or declaring the multiple arrays of the same type, so I am having two arrays, that is B of 100. So 100 elements of the array B and 27 data elements of the array X. So when both these arrays are having the same data type as integers, so I am just going to declare it very simple. That is int B of 100, comma X of 27, since it follows both follows the same integer data type. So some of the examples you are using, how you are initializing the array. So generally, as I said, uh, array is declared with the three things. That is nothing but the data type, so the number of elements and the array name. So when you are doing this, when you are going to initialize an array, so we have to check whether number of elements in the array also initialized by equal size. Okay. So each initializer is separated by the comma. Okay. Suppose I am giving here the size is 5. I can only put the maximum initialization as 5. Okay. When I am going to make it more than 5, so my array will be an error. Okay, my declaration and initialization will be wrong. But it can be less than the size. When I am saying 5, when you are having only 3 elements, the remaining elements are default set to 0. So this is not going to make an error. But it must not exceed the position. That is, the initializer must not exceed the position of the size. Okay, but it can be less than the size. Defaultly the other elements will be set to 0, and you will not be having any other error in it. So this is how you are going to initialize the your array elements. So next is we have seen in the integer data type in the previous slide. So here they have given small example with a string hello. So here my data elements are hello. I'm going to have it in the string 1 array. So my data type is character. So you can initialize the string like this, or you can also initialize the string with individual elements. So when I'm going to put entire string, I am going to use the double quotes, and when I'm going to initialize with single you know single characters, I'm going to give the single quotes. So whenever you are going to use string, the last element will always last index element will be default as 0. So this is how you give the input to the string and find out the output to the string. So next is an important topic. So how you are going to pass array to the functions. Okay. So first of all, why we are going to pass an array to the function? So uh, when a function needs to be worked with an array data type, so it must be having it must be having two rules are there. So whenever a function needs to work with the array, the data elements, the number of data elements and the data type should be same. The function's data elements and its function's data type should match with the array. So when it match these two rules, you can pass the arrays to the functions. So why we are passing this arrays to function is, so to make your function easy. So how uh, how to pass the array to the function is, suppose I am taking an array my array. So my array, here I am having the data elements 24 and my data type is int. So I have to pass this array to my function. So if my function is also having the data type int, so it is very easy. You can use this function called statement. So my function, you can just use the array name and its data items. Okay, this is how you pass this array. So passing arrays to the function. So this arrays can be passed to the function by two types. One is call by value and the another one is call by reference. Call by reference is nothing but it's dereferencing, that is it is using the address of the array, as I said. You know what is in an array from the C. I think you have already studied in C. So if there is an array, the array holds the data items. These data items are stored in the address of each element. So I think you clearly know what is the data element and what is the data address. So when you are passing a value by its address, then it is called as call by reference. So in this call by reference function, it actually knows where the memory location is originally present and what are the data elements you have to originally use. And it is very simple and clear when you use it by call by value. The another one is call by value. Here you are just going to use the value of an array. So here there is nothing to deal with the address. So it is going to search or sort by using only the data elements. So then it is called as the call by value. Next is, while you are passing an array to the function, suppose my modify array is the function. So I am just passing, what are the things I have to pass to the function? The size of the array and the data elements. Okay. Instead of simply passing the int size of the array and int element size, I can uh, just pass the array like modify array of p with the element number. That could be more simple. So here I am using void modify array. That means it returns nothing. So int b of this gives the size of the b. So this can be simply int. When I say array size, it could be simply int if it matches with the data type. So coming to next topic is, so now we know how to declare the array, so initialize the array, and also now we can use some functions to work with this arrays. So in these functions we have also seen how to pass an array to the function, whether you can do it by call by value or call by reference. The next important topic in array is sort. Generally uh, sorting in this section also uses the C++ standard library. Sort function is nothing but you have to arrange the elements in ascending order or descending order. So we will use this sorting. So you are going to arrange the elements of the array, whether in the ascending order or descending order. So generally sorting data is one of the most important computing applications in your array. So it virtually organizes some sort of the data types. Okay, so whenever you're using a massive data type, that is a massive data sets, in that kind of things, while sorting the data is plays a major role in your computer applications. So generally, we have many sorting and sorting things. That is, while sorting, bubble sort is one of the method. Okay, so here bubble sort is nothing but you are going to check each successive pairs of elements, whether it is in the increasing order or the decreasing order. When you are checking with the increasing order, okay, or identical, so if it is in the increasing order in each pair it is not going to change, but whether you are doing it for decreasing order the elements get exchanged. So you can see a small example here. So this is the original array, okay, set of elements 3 4 2 6 7. So it is not in the sorted way. Suppose I want to put it in an ascending order, so I will check each pair. So first I am going to check the first pair 3 and 2. So here if 3 is more, then I am going to make it bubble it or top it, then it is going to be 2 3. So the same way I'm going to repeat for all the successive pairs and make it into the ascending order. This is nothing but your, it is also called the bubble sort. So the next important function is searching. Okay, so searching is nothing but so it is going to search with the key value. So it can, whether it matches the same key value or where the element actually present in the array. So these are the things you are going to do in the search. So it also uses the C++ standard library. Okay, suppose in the binary there are two types of searching in the array, that is linear search and the binary search. So in this linear search you are going to compare each element of the array with the key value, and you are going to uh, it is going to be useful for small amount of values or unsorted arrays, whether you are going to search with the address or the values. So you are going to use this linear search. Next is the binary search. Binary search you are going to do it for the sorted arrays, only for the sorted arrays, but whereas in the linear search you can do it for even the unsorted arrays. So it is going to fix a key value, that is midpoint or a pivot point, and from there it is going to compare the either first half of the array. When you take a pivot point or the middle point, so from that point, either before the pivot point you will be taking it as a subarray and you are going to analyze for a search for that particular component or for a particular element. If it is not, we are not able to find it, so next we were going to take the second half of the array. So this step is repeated until you are going to find the particular key element or a particular element in your array by fixing the different key point or pivot point. So this is about the binary search elements. So next one is multiple scripted arrays, that is nothing but the multi-dimensional array. So what is multi-dimensional arrays? So when you're going to work with more than one row, more than one column, or in the form of representing the table of values, and we are going to arrange this table of values in the rows and columns, then it is said to be the multi-scripted array or multi-dimensional array. So to identify this particular table elements, we must specify its subscripts first. Okay, so first it identify first subscript. So here I am having two subscripts, that is b of 2 and 2. So far we have just have one data value, that is nothing but one size, that is just represents one dimensional value. Here we have two subscripts. So the first one tells about the row, the second identifies the elements column. So first one is elements row, the next one is elements column. So the two-dimensional arrays are also called as 2D arrays. Okay, arrays with one or more dimensions is generally called as multi-dimensional arrays. So two-dimensional arrays, here it has uh, 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay, here the overall array has 3 rows and 4 columns. So this is how you work with the multi-dimensional arrays. So these are the simple concepts of arrays you are studying in C++. So the some more practical lab programs and the practical questions will be shared for you in your class sessions. So thank you, students.